How many cheeseburgers lie within the belly of the beast? This is Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at me!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at me!
No more hangers!
It stinks.
Hangers!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. This is a podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movies.
Chewing on your mic's bouncing up around.
Yeah,
You got a dog chewing on it.
This is a podcast where a dog eats our equipment while we record a podcast. I'm your host, Justin. The dog is Winston. He is our new puppy. Also, Jackie and Sam are here. Hello.
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 They do not have puppies eating their equipment
So,
yet.
as delayed from last week, I'm going to tell the joke I made up.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Jackie, what do you call a dairy farmer that can't keep his pants up?
I don't know.
Lactose macrack shows.
Oh my god.
My daughter didn't get him.
Yeah, I think I don't think that works for me.
Doesn't?
No.
Doesn't work?
No, you've given me gas with that joke, Sam. It stinks. So it fits perfectly on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
This episode, as all episodes are brought to you by our wonderful sponsors on Patreon. We've got a new thing, a new tier. $35 gets you a shout out on the show, priority feedback reading, and an exclusive Stinker Madness t-shirt.
Oh god damn it. He chewed right through your headphones.
Winston, just chew your headphones in half.
The dog has chewed my headphones in half. Jesus Christ.
God.
We really need those Patreon listeners.
Oh, no. We're down 2 sets of headphones thanks to dog chewing. So I have no idea if I sound good or not.
Yeah, good.
Winston, you need to beat it, buddy.
He'll learn. That's why we need the Patreon people. I think that was kind of funny.
We need the Patreon people so that we can get a new dog that doesn't chew through equipment.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you on Patreon you could get an exclusive T-shirt, Stinker Madness T-shirt, in either black or gray or blue. They're pretty cool. So check that out. Go to patreon.com/Stinker Madness if you want to partake.
Now that we definitely need new headphones.
Yeah, please. We'll give you a T-shirt in exchange. I will get some headphones.
I'm about to need a new toe.
Sam's going to need an amputation.
Steven Seagal makes his second appearance on the podcast, I believe.
Second of many to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, we said that when we first started the show because he was our 5th episode. I want to say was Half Past Dead, and we all hated that movie. And then we just walked away from Steven Seagal for almost 4 years.
Pretty much.
He inspired me this week. Actually, it was last week. In case you missed it, if you're not a Twitter person, he is Fox News Russian expert.
Way to go, Fox News.
Because he's a citizen of Russia now. That makes him qualified to make political and socio statements on American television and call out the people who are not an American patriot.
Or
when
Russian
he's not
citizens.
even a fucking citizen of America.
What was Fabio a expert of?
I think liberals in California, that they're all douchebags. You know, the Hollywood elites are ruining California.
Sounds like the Fox News expert needs to get fired.
Yeah.
Whoever's finding these experts.
That's Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is their guy who finds the
I
experts.
don't think so. I think Chuck Norris even thinks Seagal's a douchebag.
Louis Gossett Jr., maybe?
Ugh.
So if you need to go watch this clip because it's inspiring on what a butthole Steven Seagal is. Like I had forgotten how awful of a human being he is, but I'll try to post it. But see if I can get the clip and put it on the end of the show. But he specifically says in his whisper tone that there's no way that Russia would ever do anything terrible to the United States because Vladimir Putin is like my friend.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The guy sucks.
I think you should also post the YouTube video where he's trying to dance in India.
Oh, gee, yeah. I can't because that's not my. I can't put that on YouTube because it's already on YouTube. It's
Post a link.
This week he did run into Hillary Clinton at the bank.
all right.
Hey,
are you
no.
making a joke?
The blood bank.
Oh, not the blood bank joke. God damn it.
Well, he does look like Count Dracula.
He looks like he's very filled to the gills, you might say, with
Sure.
blood. There's no shortage of heavy, greasy blood pumping through his veins.
I can mistake him for either the Hamburglar or a quart of shoe polish.
He looks like shit in this movie. And he barely even is in this movie because he looks like shit so bad.
He looks real bad.
And this movie is 15 years old.
Yeah.
I don't get his hair. Like, it's all slicked back and it looks okay, on the top.
Yeah, and he had the ponytail in this one.
Right. And then he has this weird Brillo pad ponytail. It's like he just dyed a Brillo pad and then just kind of bobby pinned it into the back of his head.
Who's to say he didn't?
It looks like sagebrush in a hair tie that has been spray painted black.
Yeah.
It's really weird looking. Like it doesn't look like it's actually part of his head.
Jackie, is there any chance that anybody besides the fame and some level of money could be attracted to Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's tall.
He is tall.
Yeah, I mean, there's somebody for everybody, right?
I don't know if there is for Steven Seagal.
And obviously, he's gotten a lot of ladies because he got divorced. He had a secretary.
He had
Or
a secretary.
Sexetaries, two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, somebody's sleeping with a guy.
Yeah, that's because of the money. They were paid prostitutes.
Oh. Well,
I mean, they were called secretaries. They're his personal assistants, and they assisted his penis in ejaculating.
Mhm.
well, I don't know. Maybe I've never seen a young Seagal, but all the movies I've ever seen him in, he's not.
Sure you have. You've seen the first one. It's your favorite Seagal movie the one everybody likes. Not Out of Sight. That's
Above the Law is
Above
the
the
first
Law.
one.
Yeah, Above the Law.
Oh.
And he's thin and young and
Wears a tank top for the first 4 movies. He only wears tank
douchey.
tops.
Yeah.
In Marked for Death, he has a jacket, but there's a tank top underneath it.
Yeah, he's still got the dumb hair and the dumb face and the dumb acting, but
He's just not my kind of guy. Like
No.
his whole persona, the way he talks, I'd be like, oh God.
you are gross.
So you don't want to go to the bank? The blood bank.
Nope.
The Steven Seagal sperm bank.
Nope. Gonna pass.
And he is clearly overweight in this film. Not in good shape.
Not as bad as he's gotten, because I watched
No.
his most recent, and his sex scene, I swear to God, it was, because the woman's probably mid-20s, and she's very petite as well.
Mhm.
It's like she's being raped by Jabba.
What's-
It is yucky.
What's the name of that film?
I can't remember already.
Okay, good,
It
good.
came out. It's this year. It's on Netflix
It's
right
not
now.
Absolution, is it?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I have no problem with people being out of shape. I'm quite out of shape myself.
Sure.
I don't think anybody sitting in this room, other than the tiny dog who is eating cords, is in shape.
Hey, Twigs is in shape.
Yeah. Okay.
2 of 3 dogs in shape,
Right. 3 out of 3 people not in shape.
and 1 dog that looks kind of like a sausage.
And I'm not a big I think body shaming is horrible. I think the world would be a better place if people stop body shaming. But I'm going to body shame Steven Seagal because he is being sold to us
Yes.
as action man, yet he can't even do his own fight scenes
I bet
because he's a flabby piece of goo.
Do you think he ties his own shoes?
No.
Why would he even wear shoes that have laces? He would wear slip-ons, like his shirts. They don't even have buttons on them. They just are slip-on bathrobes.
They're schmucks.
Well, yeah, they're schmucks.
He has schmucks specially tailored to look like ancient Eastern clothing,
Right.
but they're just long shirts.
Uh-huh.
They're one of a kind. These are like $300 shirts each, right?
Sure.
So that he can look like a fucking idiot. And he's having these tailor-made so that he can look like more of a fucking idiot than he already looked like.
Like, because he's part of the culture. Because he knows martial arts. Sort of. He knows slap fighting. But nobody else is dressed like him. So he's not part of any culture. He's not trying to fit in. He is just looking like a fucking dipshit.
He's really trivializing any culture by doing that to their clothes.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, it's a samurai shirt. No, it's a fucking bathrobe shirt, and you look like an idiot.
If you,
I thought he looked okay.
In the
You
bathrobe shirt?
Yeah, in the bathroom. Well, actually, my favorite one was when he was in the canoe, and it was the multicolored with the fake buttons on the front.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, he had some okay-looking shirts in here.
He's
Not
got
all of them are winners, but some
Okay.
of them are okay.
If they're okay-looking shirts, would you wear them?
I'm not a man.
Okay, would you let me wear them and go out in public?
Nope.
Yep.
Where
that
he-
means they're stupid shirts,
where
Jackie.
he's-
You
So-
also cannot defend yourself with slapstick karate.
Oh, I think I could do just as good as this tub in this film.
I think that if Steven Seagal showed up here at this house,
Yeah.
he would whoop your ass.
well, we're never going to have to worry about it because George Foreman is going to whip his ass first.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and address
Just
that.
Shout out to George Foreman. Hey, your grill is still under my cabinet idol for the last 12
Thank you
years.
for getting me through college, sort of. You and ramen,
Yeah.
quite helpful.
Yeah. I made some sweet sandwiches on that thing.
If you missed it, also George Foreman, as we are explained, has threatened. Well, not threatened, dared
Yeah.
Steven
Challenged.
Seagal to fight him in a boxing match, winner takes all.
He said he can fight however he wants.
Yeah.
But he's going to put on gloves and beat the shit out of him.
So let's address it. Who wins in a knife fight, George Foreman or Steven Seagal?
Knife fight? I don't know. Honestly, because of how old George Foreman is, I know there's that chance that he lands the one.
Mhm.
But Seagal, for all of his douchiness, does train military personnel in hand-to-hand combat and weapon removal. So there's a pretty good chance that he's going to be able to take George Foreman.
In boxing or the knife fight? Or both?
Not in boxing. In boxing, he has no fucking chance.
Right.
In a knife fight, he's going to take the knife away.
Okay. All right. Jackie, you agree with that?
I think if one of them falls down, the fight's over.
Their hip is
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah, broken hip.
It's like 78 and 71, their respective ages, or
Right.
something like that.
And
they can
if-
go in with life alert. They can. I have fallen and I can't get out.
And I think
to
that
help.
honestly, that if Steven Seagal were to fall over,
Mhm.
he would need help. He'd be like a turtle.
if
Be
Steven
high centered.
if Steven Seagal fell over, we would all need help because the earthquake would be massive.
Oh,
Bump,
no.
bump, 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 bump,
Oh,
bump.
boy.
No.
Tsunami.
Yep. Oh, no, here comes left man tit aftershock.
Wow. You guys are total body shamers.
I fucking hate Steven Seagal, Jackie. I love his
His
movies.
movies.
I fucking hate him as a person.
It's just so strange. He's become a caricature of himself.
Yes.
He's just the weirdest fucking guy. Because, like, at the beginning of his career, he infuses, like, this himself into the characters a little bit. Like, it's a sprinkling of the actual Steven Seagal. Through the middle parts, he brings his own clothes.
Mhm.
It's just, and acts how he would act. So it's now Steven Seagal as a action man. And then in the later movies and in real life now, he's like, no, I am a clandestine action guy. All these characters that I played are really me, the person now. So he really like thinks that he's basically the world's greatest badass.
Yes, I could see that.
Not
I
a
beg to
chance.
differ.
Yeah, I do not think so. I think that Yuri Gagarin, not Yuri Gagarin,
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin, not Brock Yates is probably a little bit more badass.
The driver?
Yeah. Paul Newman,
Sure.
probably a little bit more badass. Anybody who's ever been to space, way more badass.
Terry Garr, more badass.
More badass and quite
Gene-
lovely, I've heard.
Gene Wilder, more badass.
More badass. Yeah, Steven, you're going down pretty far on the list for us. I think we could come up with several thousand people more badass than you. Not more badass? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I bet they hang out.
Speaking of sexual predators.
Oy.
Yeah, no, we can make fun of Steven Seagal, Jackie, because he had paid prostitutes so he could cheat on his wife with 2 of them. Fuck that guy.
Well, according to a source we all know that worked for Avi Lerner when this film was being made,
Mm-hmm.
she said that she never saw him once without 5 hookers, 3 to 5 hookers wherever he went.
Avery
They were-
Lerner or Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
Okay, yeah.
Obvious hookers, not like
Ladies of the night.
pretend
Escorts.
wearing
Streetwalkers.
wearing, business casual. Like, these are straight up hookers.
Painted ladies.
Yes.
Hmm. How old is Steven Seagal?
Slot machines.
Huh.
I just made that one up. It's not bad, huh?
I don't know. I
I kind of liked it.
You just keep pumping them full of quarters, then pull on the handle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, you took it too far.
If you get 3 cherries, you
No.
okay.
No.
All right.
You get 3 cherries, you get more penicillin at the hospital. 65.
That's not too bad.
Oh, okay. So if he's only 65, then he's still got the
So he would've
wiener
been-
pump going.
He would have been 50 in this movie.
Yeah. So he's still a sexual prowler.
Yeah. And I think I get to make even more fun of him because he's not that old.
Well, I think when he's 70, he'll if he makes it. If the burgers don't get him
Mhm.
and his wiener stops working, I bet he'll just start popping Viagra like it's candy.
I'm sure he's
Candy
already
corn.
popping the Viagra.
Would that change his Zen outlook on life? Like, that's not Eastern medicine. He can't do that because it's Canadian or whatever.
I don't know if the Eastern Zen involves having 5 fucking hookers at all times.
Yeah. Well, they got hookers in the East.
Not the monks.
Yeah. Okay, not the monks.
You
Yeah,
know
dude,
that-
and they want to take care of themselves. Their bodies are temples, not hamburger machines.
Oh, he could also, well, yeah, but hamburgers are delicious. He could also eat that or drink that snake penis stuff, that they
Why
have.
not?
Yeah. That
Some
seems to work.
blue whale parts. Get some of that.
Yeah.
Gorilla prostates.
That'll make you horny.
Yeah,
Makes me horny.
Sure, why not?
Just
right?
thinking about a gorilla's prostate. Whew. Like to go to there.
So speaking of the Eastern business, for all of the bad things that he's done, it's like you just can't get a bead on this guy. So the Panchen Lama, which is like the second down from the Dalai Lama,
Okay.
which for whatever reason she had a daughter, and that's never happened in like 600 years of lamas. They're not supposed to be doing stuff like that, I guess.
The chosen one, possibly?
Anyway, that person decides they're like, okay, you're going to go to school in the U.S. Steven Seagal's her guardian in the U.S. So he does have definite connections to the highest up of the Buddhist religion.
I just don't see how that's possible.
I don't either, but it happened.
What's your source for this information? Is it Fox News and Steven Seagal?
It's foxnews.stevenseagal.com.
.ru.
Are you? Yes. And the headline was, "When you see this, your jaw will drop."
What else have you got about Belly of the Beast, Sam?
Well, movie-wise, this shit cost $14 million.
Oh my god.
And never had any chance of seeing a theater.
No.
Which is one of the reasons why it's a Millennium and not New Image. So Avi Lerner is distancing himself from Seagal because of the whole shit show that he is, and also that he needs a tax shield from this asshole.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to work. So they spent way too much fucking money on it.
I don't see where they spent the money.
Yeah. And it took 42 for a B movie. And you saw, what do you think? I'm saying 10% of these shots are stock footage.
There's a lot of stock.
Still managed to shoot for 42 days in Bangkok.
I wouldn't have guessed that either. Maybe that's why the price tag is nobody's a one taker in this film. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, can you
Well.
get a fucking line right one time?
No.
Take 65.
Mhm.
Where do you keep your cheeseburgers? God damn it.
And then when they're in the production and they're like, why did we put wire work and lines in the same shot?
Mhm,
Why
mhm.
did we know that would never work?
Yeah.
Oh, God. And the director, Shing Su Tung,
Mhm.
is back
Wrote
as
a
mentioned.
great book about the art of war.
Did not.
Oh, okay.
But we did mention him in Naked. He directed Naked Killer as well.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, which wasn't the good of the two. Naked Assassin was the better one.
No,
They're both-
Naked Killer's the good one.
No, Naked Assassin's the good one. Naked Killer was
Naked
the one.
Hunter is the bad one.
Naked Killer is the one we didn't like
Oh.
as much. It was still fun, but it was the one that had the gal that was the new La Femme Nikita.
Yeah.
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 So there's that. Everything else I have has to do with the exploits of one Steven Seagal outside of the arena of film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he hassled Serbia into giving him citizenship so he could retrain their army.
So he's also a Serbian?
He was a Serbian
Citizen?
citizen first, and then after he got a Serbian citizenship, he fell in love with Eastern European culture, and it's not like he's really friends with them. He hassled the Russian government for years until the foreign minister was like, we're going to give Steven Seagal citizenship to shut him the fuck up.
Right. Quit calling us.
Stop calling us. He's not actually friends with him. No, they don't like him either.
No, I believe we're very good friends, me and Vladimir Putin.
And if you don't like that, you'll have to visit the bank.
Yeah, the blood bank.
Blood bank.
Senator Trent.
Then once again, he got an award from PETA.
What?
Yep, their
No
biggest award because he stopped the
The Medal of Honor?
that's not
The
from
PETA Medal of Honor.
The PETA Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
No, it's like the PETA Award of Humanitarianism or some shit like that.
The
But he stopped it from he was big into getting the baby elephants from being tortured.
people in trouble. The
Sure.
PETA Pit Award, you might say.
Huh.
I'll go home now. I was going to get a better reaction to PETA Pit. Come on. It's PETA Pit.
Nope.
I can try to work in a Pronto Pup joke, too, if you'd like.
The worst of his many lawsuits has been actually post having the pension llama's daughter as his guardian,
Mhm.
and after the sexual. It's odd because this movie there's like kidnapping, and you think that there's going to be some human trafficking involved. He was actually accused of human trafficking,
I'm sorry.
and that one disappeared so fast.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need more information there.
Yeah, he was accused of sexual assault by Eastern European woman who then also said that she had evidence that he was involved in human trafficking for prostitutes.
And
it disappeared like hot fudge in a preschool. Like it
Sorry,
was gone.
victims of Harvey Weinstein. Steven Seagal is a worst human being.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And lastly, the fun one.
Mhm.
Do we all remember Lawman? When
The cop show, yeah.
when Texas fucking gave him a goddamn deputized his dumb ass,
Mhm.
and they couldn't really give him anything to do,
Mhm.
but at the same time he's Steven Seagal and he's the most clandestine action man ever.
Sure.
He needs to show us all this, so he talks him into actually getting a raid, but they're not going to give him anything big. So they give him a guy who's under suspicion for having a fucking cockfighting ring.
Okay, all right.
Uh,
Sounds like a dangerous customer.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that there's, it's not the drug cartels, sure, but for a guy who's on TV, maybe this is too big of a thing. So they secure.
He's more up for parking tickets.
Exactly. Yeah, that would he would escalate traffic violations. I watched some of that show, and traffic violations got escalated by him being an asshole.
Yeah, because it's a fucking reality show.
and him turning a traffic violation into something
And
that's
him
not.
being an asshole.
Yeah. So he decides that they need a tank to storm the cockfighting
Oh, Jesus.
mansion. It's not even like
Oh, no.
a ranch or a compound. It's like kind of the guy's house, right?
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's a big house, but they get this old National Guard out of service tank, recondition it, paint it up like it's official,
Uh-huh.
and they fucking blow into this guy's house.
It fired? It didn't
No,
just have the battery ram?
They put the battery ram on
Okay,
it. So they basically when they raided, and I don't know that the guy ever got. As far as I know, he never got charged with anything.
He might have got ran over.
No, because what they did is they busted through his house and they shot his fucking dog.
Oh, dude.
And he sued the shit out of him. And
Good.
then it went away. I don't know what happened, if it was out of quarter.
Well,
or
the
not,
show also
so.
went away, and now
Yeah, I
he
think
lives
that's
in Russia.
Where the show was. They were like, did he just fucking roll through a neighborhood, plow into a guy's house with a tank, and pop that guy's dog? Because we cannot have this in Texas.
No, that's very Invasion USA-esque.
It is.
Considering he's a Russian citizen. Yeah, he's now Rostov. Steven Rostov Seagal. Are we ready to get into
Sure, why
this?
not?
Jackie?
Oh, I thought we were already talking about the movie.
Yeah, no, let's dive into the plot of Belly of the Beast. So he is at the beginning of the film, he's a CIA agent. Is that correct? Is that what we are figuring here?
Former?
Yeah, he's former,
Okay.
but he's like being paid under the table for non-legal type things.
You mean illegal?
Non-legal fridge raids.
Yeah. I mean, because we see him later, and he's obviously doing this under the table.
Uh-huh.
It's not on the up and up.
Okay, but he's sent in to broker like deals with villains in foreign countries. Is
Well, again, for the first time, the sort of schizophrenia of the filmmaking, we don't even realize this is 12 years prior
that correct?
until we see one of the other characters again. We just think it's now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he's like,
Oh no, it said Thailand 1994.
oh, did it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does start out in the past when he's still with the CIA, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I
And
got confused.
anyways, he's making this diplomatic deal like, hey, we'll stay out of your territory if you do this other thing. That's like if you make the problems with the whales in Japan disappear. Because I'm
Why does the CIA have a territory?
Well, no, right. I don't know, Jackie. I don't know. I don't know if they know, but either way, he's trying to do something.
He's drawing drug lines, basically.
Yeah,
like-
right. And like they're like, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And then they kind of wink, nudge each other, and then start shooting.
Sure.
It goes poorly very fast for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
Because the dirtbags.
You mean the dirt bags?
Yeah.
The dirt bags.
And they don't have any slot machines there.
But they do make a deposit.
Oh.
Bank.
So they're blowing away bad guys, and he's everywhere, and he's a killer shot, and he's got a buddy as well, his partner, or his
Byron Man.
liaison
Yeah.
or something. I don't really know.
His
what
man.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
It's his
It,
man.
it would be an asset in CIA lingo.
But he also appears to have a license to kill, so I'm not really sure.
Assets are loose cannons. They're whatever, right?
Hmm,
You give them money, they do whatever. They're
Yeah.
not attached, so you can deny anything.
maybe,
He's a
yeah,
fucking
right.
he's a drug lord
Mhm.
or an enforcer for a drug lord,
Okay. Well,
and he's hot with a pistol.
yeah, except for he falls in some water,
Yeah,
and I guess that it's so watery.
you can't see.
He can't see for an extended period of time, and he can't take the chance of wiping his eyes so he can see, so he just shoots blind and pops a lady holding a child.
Yep.
Yeah, if he was not a CIA operative, which I thought he was, I thought they were partners, he no longer would be. And if he is an asset, he is definitely a loose cannon. 'Cause
He's a loose cannon.
he shot a lady. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But then he gets shot as well, so I guess he's done. Like, ugh. I gotta go up to a monastery and help them build a temple, and then during the nights I'm gonna get into fights with glue and nails and stuff on my
No,
hands.
I think he just goes to the monastery and he gets like some flowers and some.
Okay, all right. So he takes a little bit more peaceful of path than
Sure.
Rambo, but same idea. I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go talk to silent guys.
It's a long road. It's hard as hell.
Yeah.
But when you get there, you're at the blood bank.
Oh, no. Oh, you're
All
in Hope,
roads
Oregon.
lead to the blood
You're going
bank.
back to see your dad, not going to the blood bank.
Yeah,
God bless your heart, John Rambo.
John Rambo.
So years later, Steven Seagal is working back in the States as, I guess,
He's an independent.
yeah, he's an independent contractor. He's breaking into a rich guy's house, who may or may not be a criminal.
I loved this scene though because they opened this scene up with a lady who is butt ass naked, blonde lady, who's just doing laps through the pool.
Right.
Like
your typical rich guy lifestyle. You got a
Right, but
naked lady in the
she's
pool.
doing the frog legs, so her cooch is almost visible.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't. It's, the water's very ripply. You can't get a good look at any of it.
Yeah, you
No.
don't even, it could have been a lady boy because we know they got one of those.
Well, I don't even know where this is supposed to be either.
Yeah.
But we do know one thing
Okay.
because we've seen some Steven Seagal movies up till now,
mhm.
and we know that he has gotten large. And
Right.
then we see a man that's like a cat burglar, and he just like hustles up and starts running rails and
Climbing
hopping things,
walls.
doing all sorts of stuff, and you're like, oh, I wonder who this guy is. And then the movie in a minute tells you that's Steven Seagal, and you're like, fuck, it is not.
It is not.
It is
Steven.
not
Come on,
Steven.
man.
No,
Come on,
it's
really.
not.
He makes
I
a-
can't even.
He makes a pit
No.
stop at the refrigerator of the guy's house he's breaking into to see if he's got any freaking leftover chicken.
Got to put the seat all the way back to get into his Mercedes. He's not hopping up on a roof.
Do you think he, anytime while he's being this operator, maybe not on this job, but other jobs, since he's so good, he can go in and check for snacks in the refrigerator of the guy's house. Do you think he ever unloaded on a toilet while he's doing this work?
Yeah. I think he's going from house to house.
He's like the Grinch.
Yeah.
Just letting himself in, taking your food and leaving a present.
Yeah. Because the movie tells you that he just steals water out of the guy's fridge, and that's it. You're like, no, again, you're lying to me, movie. He's getting after us. He's making a whole sandwich. He'd already done that. He made a sandwich at the first house. He left 3 feet of brown rope in the second house. And this one, he's just a little thirsty still.
The top henchman runs in on the rich guy, and he's like, the disc is missing, and the bathroom has been destroyed.
Like, don't even walk in the hall. I don't know if he's got colitis or what, but it is terrible. I have never, it's like paint is coming off of the walls.
My God. Fuck the disc. Call the insurance company. We need a restoration service.
Which disc are we talking about? Anal Honeys 3? God damn it.
Oh, now I have to worry about that.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't know it came from me, right?
I especially love the part where he has to. There's a henchman wandering around because there's just security henchmen all over this house, and he has to escape by going past a window. And if he just walks past the window, the security guard will see him. So he slides underneath the window, and it's the dumbest looking thing ever.
He's being pulled
Right.
slowly
Right.
by a rope. So you are to assume that he can just cause himself to slide across smooth surfaces. Like it's a
he's
superpower.
made of something very viscous.
Yeah.
He's
might
oil
be.
man, right?
That's actually could happen now that I'm thinking about it. He's actually got 3 hamburgers worth of sweat underneath him, and he's like fucking trying to catch a greased pig. He can't stop when he wants to.
Yeah, he just piles up at the door.
Yeah, thank you. You want to open that up and then just sort of wads through it. It is on his way.
I thought he looked quite cool during this scene.
It looks so stupid.
No,
he
he
slides
looked
for like
cool.
17 feet.
It looked cool. His leg was all up straight, and the other one was in like 4 position.
It's not even a baseball slide. He's going head first on this shit.
Yeah, and he looked good.
He looks dumb.
I thought he looked great. I thought, wow, okay, so he's not, at this point, when I see this slide, I'm thinking, okay, so he's not totally past his prime yet.
What? He's getting pulled by a rope, Jackie.
Well, that's not what it looked like to me.
Oh, so you think he can slide 17 feet across the floor?
No.
Okay, yeah,
But
he's getting pulled by a rope.
He looked okay during that one, and I was like, all right.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
All right, so job done, success. He goes home, gets a phone call from his daughter who is in Thailand. Is that where this all takes place?
She has gone to Thailand, yes.
Yeah, okay. She's probably early 20s, somewhere
Yeah,
in there, college
college.
kid. Yeah. And she's out there to party and have a good time, let her hair down. She's got a girlfriend there. their boyfriends are with them. They're gonna go maybe see some weird like bug fighting or something that they have
Something
in Thailand.
weird,
I don't know
right?
what they do when
They're
you're there.
yeah, they're just hostile hopping.
Probably kill some hookers too. Cause,
Why not?
You know, it's Thailand.
Yeah, when in Rome, right? Have some panda meat.
Ooh.
No. Don't even say that.
No panda meat.
No.
Sorry, Ben Affleck.
Our we just lost all of Thailand, Jackie. Our listenership in Thailand is like,
We don't even have pandas. These guys are idiots.
and they go to the river to like this perfect location to do swimming. It's beautiful, and they're having a good time. And then some gorilla type guys come up and I think chop one of their heads off.
Yeah, they kill the dudes, and it take like one guy is basically using a knife for mental masturbation. It takes him about 45 seconds to actually decide to kill some asshole.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna chop him.
He's like, "This is gonna be so sweet. This is gonna be so sweet." Whack. God damn it, I missed. Sorry. Let me. It's stuck in his. Bob, it's stuck in his collarbone. I need you to help me pull it out. And the guy's like, "Oh my God, they're trying to kill me." Oh, it's horrible.
Well, you know, and you would think when they put the knife right up to your face, like right underneath your nose, that you would have smelled that guy's hand because that's his wiping his ass hand. And you know that he's not washing afterwards.
Ooh.
So his hand probably smells like poopy butt. And the kid doesn't open his eyes? That is so unrealistic.
So unrealistic.
So unrealistic.
Also, I think that metal just has a very distinct smell that you would notice. Either way, the dudes are killed and the girls get nabbed. They're kidnapped as essentially what is purveyed to the characters of the film to be a ISIS or Al Qaeda style kidnapping of Americans. You release the hostages from Guantanamo, or we're going to kill these white ladies, type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't ever give them any demands.
No, they
do
don't. No, they don't.
I thought releasing the prisoners is the demand.
I don't really know because it's a red herring. The whole thing's a fucking red herring.
I think I missed that part because I was like, why? What are they demanding in 72 hours? What?
76. They don't even have ground numbers, these assholes.
Right.
Goddamn amateurs.
So a CIA guy comes to Seagal's house and he's like, "Hey, cool, thanks for the disc. By the way, your daughter's been kidnapped, and I guess that's all I got to tell you. It's this group. Here's the newspaper. This terrorist group that is doing it. So bye." Does it have anything to do with me? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a rando. I don't know.
Your daughter seems to be friends with the senator, I guess. You didn't put that 2 and 2 together, though.
Yeah, the daughter is best friends with Senator Winthrop's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there actually is no Senator Winthrop in the movie.
Does not appear in this film.
Yeah, they don't have time for that.
He doesn't care about his cracked out daughter.
There wasn't enough money in the $14 million to hire an actor.
To get Brian Cox.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ronnie Cox, maybe?
Maybe even Ronnie Cox, yeah.
But then we would have been like, no, that's Senator Trent. He needs to go to the blood bank. And I don't think Ronnie Cox is Senator Trent either. I think it's somebody else.
I think it's Shooter McGavin.
No, is it?
I think so.
I don't remember now.
I fucking love that guy. So he goes to Thailand. He's like, okay, I'll take matters into my own hand. I don't need the CIA. So he's freelancing.
And he's got the most beautiful valise bag, like duffel bag thing. And they're called a valise or something like that. Anyway, it's beautiful, and I loved it. And
Versace?
And I was so upset when he dropped it in the water. I was like, "You fucking butthole!
Wait.
Those bags are like $300 to $600. You stupid asshole."
Could you try to tell what kind of bag it is again?
Versailles.
Oh, Jackie.
Versace?
I'm a white dude, and I know what fucking Versace is.
It's not a Versace.
No. So it's Versace?
Versace. It's Versace then.
It's not a Versace is a brand.
That's what you said. It's Versace?
It's a valise.
Oh.
VALASE.
The type of bag, not
Yeah.
the brand? I don't know what's going on.
It's a type of bag.
I'm gonna defer to your judgment on that. I don't also know whether they are or aren't pandas in Thailand.
Do you know what type of bag you buy from China? Like one of those China knockoff places? What that brand is?
Usually the only bags I buy from China are human scrotums.
Oh, for sure.
You have
Ruin my
your
joke,
fake.
why don't you?
You have your fake Viagra, China.
Yeah, one of those knockoff China bags. It's faux Sachi.
Oh no.
No. Anyway, it was a beautiful bag, and it hit the water, and I would have jumped through the TV and punched him in the face.
Nacho Sachi.
Nacho Sachi.
That's the Mexican knockoff.
Right,
That's why we're building the wall.
You got the Nacho Sachis. Okay, we have to move on from this bag talk because it's really dumb. Anyway, so he gets there and he gets in a cab, and this cabbie's like pretty talky, and I'll do anything for you, man. You just let me know what you need, and I'll take you to places where you need to go, and I'll be like a hotel valet. I'll just be like Michael J. Fox from Secret of My Success. Just get you what you need. What you need. I just need you to take me where I asked to go.
However, the filmmakers needed some sound here, so I guess they just had this guy rambling instead.
Right.
Because he's not rambling really on screen that much. This was mostly voiceover.
Yeah. The whole thing is a trap.
Trap.
It's a trap. And some baddies come. Because how do they even, know he's coming? They don't even know that his daughter, that they've kidnapped, who she is, and why it matters at all. There's just a trap for him.
This is a tourist shakedown, I believe.
Okay.
I think that this is, they're not thinking he's anybody. They're like, this honey boy is ours.
Because he wears stupid shirts.
Because
he's fat, and he obviously has enough money to eat that much. So he's got at least 100 pounds in his wallet.
And apparently a very nice
200 pounds around his tummy.
A very nice travel bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a $600 travel bag.
Okay, I thought that was a trap for the bad guys. But
No.
he walks into a food market and escapes the cab. He punches the cabbie in the neck, which causes him to fly out the door because it opens the door when you punch a guy in the neck.
And he only like half-ass backhands him, and then the door opens and the guy falls out.
Yeah, that's how hard he punches. When he pulls back, it throws you. It defies the laws of physics.
Sure.
There was a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah. Well, it gets even more of that. So he goes into this food market. It's like one of those open places where the fish are being chopped right there, and they got the vegetables and the weird and bugs on sticks and stuff to eat that you can do. If you're into that. And then they fight, slap fighting. And it's clearly not Steven Seagal who's doing the fighting, except for in face shots.
There is, and this is one of the key things with this movie versus all of his other movies. I don't know that he's ever done wire work besides this.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that he does and the posing, because with wire work, apparently you have to have these poses before and after you do anything.
Right.
He looks terrible doing it.
Awful.
It is super unconvincing.
This is really bad action. And I mean, I love it. It's laugh out loud, bad action.
Some of the worst.
But the fun thing is there's a fucking wizard there.
Yeah, the wizard shows up for the first time.
Wait, what?
Did you say there's a wizard?
There's a wizard in this action movie.
Yes.
In a Steven Seagal movie where he's slap fighting criminals and terrorists. Yeah, there's a fucking wizard.
Voodoo wizard.
Yeah, he's a shaman
He's a voodoo wizard in
he's
Thailand.
A voodoo. But there's a name for that though, right? Voodoo guy?
This is bullshit. This doesn't exist.
He is a practicer of magic, Jackie, which I believe is called a wizard.
Okay.
Him
He's
and
got some
Gandalf are part of the same
I think
group.
Gandalf and Radagast think this guy's an asshole.
Oh yeah, he's totally kicked out of the sorcerer's circle of elite wizards.
He doesn't get to enjoy the company of halflings as much as they do, say.
The sorcerer's circle of elite wizards is SKEW in acronym.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Somebody has been thinking about that one a lot.
Ooh, is it too early to whisper a series of young adult novels?
Ooh, and I might think about that. They could go to the pita pit.
SKEW. I don't know what are the bad wizards? Nacho. I'm just making up words now.
Okay, so there's a wizard. He's just lurking. I think he's just lurking.
Yeah, that's the thing. So these are obviously tourist trap guys, but why is the wizard there now? Like, is this wizard like, I was just here to get some fish
at the market?
But now that since I'm a wizard, I can tell that this guy is trouble with our whole plan for later that we're gonna try to figure out.
We don't really know what is. And he makes everybody in the market disappear, maybe, or they just ran because there was slap fighting going on.
They all just fucked off.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
really...
they watched Steven Seagal go in and realize that none of the food is going to be for them anymore.
Right. This guy's gonna clean us out.
We only have 30 fish. Fuck.
Only 30. Jesus, this place sucks. Need to go to the fish bank.
Did you see him fucking mow down on the carrot?
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
shit was ridiculous.
Oh,
Like,
And you know it's not true. He doesn't eat carrots.
oh no, he ate a carrot. Like in real life. Where was he? He
I
went
don't
to
know.
some foreign country, and they're
Right.
like, as it's like, they're part of their tradition. They give you a crop or whatever, and so they hand him this ceremonial carrot, and he just fucking grabs it and starts eating it.
Like he's fucking
He's
Bugs
just, yum
Bunny.
yum yum. Doesn't care what it is. Like, I'll eat it.
That was plastic, Steven. So he's got one last guy, and he's like, "What's the deal, bro?" And this guy like starts freaking the fuck out, like vibrating and being weird, and like ah. And so Steven Seagal lets him down, and he runs away. Then trips onto a plate of fish that causes him to slide across their oily skin into a butcher's knife in his face, and he dies from it.
We are to assume, yes.
Well, what, you
He's-
think he made it?
I don't know.
It seemed like it was pretty in there.
I just don't pull it out.
It's just so he's like Phineas Gage. He just walks around with a butcher's knife in his head the rest of his life.
Till somebody comes up with a plan B.
Well, I think Plan B would be to pull it out.
No, don't do that. It's going to be like a sprinkler.
Brain sprinkler.
That was his.
Also delicious in
Yeah,
Thailand
like-
if you ever get there.
There went his 6th grade math. Oh, no. Because,
His six.
actual knowledge comes out of your brain when you're blood.
That is so dumb. So did the wizard cause this chain of events?
That's what I assumed, that the guy was going to talk to the wizard, sacrifice him.
Or was he just freaked out at Steven Seagal?
Because he saw the wizard.
Yeah, so
Did he?
Yeah.
then this isn't just a tourist trap. If he thinks he's going to talk, then the wizard knows that Steven Seagal was coming.
Right. So
Okay.
maybe that's what the whole thing, like he's got wizard sense. Like,
Well, he has to. He's a
there's
fucking
man
wizard,
coming
right?
from America who does not have American citizenship anymore. Yeah, what a weirdo. Okay, so that guy's dead, and he goes to this dance club type place, this Thailand dance club,
Sure.
and gets in a fight immediately.
Yeah.
Because some guy's hassling a girl who I believe is a prostitute.
I am not sure.
She
works
works
for the
for the
club.
club.
Right.
Yeah.
And he is wanting sex from her. And his argument is that she works for him. I don't know. I think she might be a hooker.
Do they all work for Kevin?
Kevin.
Or what is his name? He looks like a Kevin.
I thought his
Yeah.
name was Kevin, the bar owner guy.
Right.
Kevin.
His quote unquote friend that he meets there.
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short, he beats this guy's ass. He meets Kevin, and this girl now is in love with him.
Sure.
The
Why
prostitute.
wouldn't you be in love with him? Did you see the shirt that he walked in with?
Right. That's a nice shirt. Nice shirt.
You know that when you have sex with him, you'll have to take a bath afterwards because you'll be wearing about 3 gallons of shoe polish in the.
But your thighs are not going to get chapped on the up and down movement because you're just going to slide right
Yep,
around.
just like that fish skin.
Yep. For all 45 seconds of bliss, you will be well lubricated by Seagal's natural juices. And his unnatural juices will fall all over your face. There's shoe polish everywhere.
Gross. So it doesn't really go anywhere. He's mostly just like, hey, I just wanted you to know that I'm here in town and my daughter's been kidnapped. Neato. Bye. That happens a lot in this film. I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to talk to these guys and be like, hey,
Sure.
my daughter's kidnapped and I just want you to know that I'm here. Okay, bye. He goes to the monk's castle. I don't know what you'd call this place. I guess just a monastery.
Monastery?
Yeah. But it's
Temple, maybe. I don't
temple.
fucking
I don't know. And his old buddy, the lady shooter,
Sure.
has become a monk,
Yeah.
a Shaolin monk.
It seems like he really goes there to visit him specifically.
Yeah, but he also has a relationship with these monks too.
Yeah.
Like he's an old hero. Like, oh, we're so honored to have you here. Here's a bucket with some flowers.
Shit in it, right? We're totally pacifists and we hate all that's evil, but like you're cool. We like you,
even though you kill everybody.
Well, and I'm sorry, but you don't interrupt people that are praying at the temple, and he just walks up, and the old guy's like, "Hey,
what's up? It's Steven Seagal."
Yeah. Hey, what?
In the house. We're gonna
What?
party like a rock star.
Yeah.
And the dumb thing is they just walk around. Hey, I just wanted you to know that I'm here. Oh, cool. It's good to see you, man. Here's a bucket, and then he gives the fucking bucket back before he leaves.
So
that's a gift,
no,
man.
it's not.
What the fuck is it then?
It was the other. It was the monk's like
bucket.
daily bucket of crap. It's like,
here, hold this for a minute.
well, he took it from
took
him.
it away, and then he gives it back. He's like, "Oh, here's your bucket."
Here's your bucket.
Yeah. He's like, "Let me unburden you of your burdens. Here are your burdens back."
Take him back. And I'm like, now that I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Back in D.C., or Langley, I guess it would be, the CIA is sending Agent Washington over to broker a deal, I guess, because this is just deal brokerage,
He's
the
the
movie.
handle the situation guy. He's going to take care of it.
He's going to team up with the
Local
Thailand,
government.
Yeah, right.
The general.
To shut the Abu Kharif down.
Sure. It's very official stuff. I wrote down Agent Washington because he's important.
Mm-hmm.
Agent Washington. Remember that name.
Yeah.
He shows up 3 times in this
Oh,
movie.
you blew it. You. Spoiler alert, Agent Washington sucks. He doesn't do anything, and neither does the CIA.
So the monk partner, what are we going to call this guy? I don't even know his name.
I don't know his name either.
I
His
don't
real
know
name's
his name.
Byron Mann.
Okay, sure.
So I'm just going to call him that.
Okay, Byron Man. He and the prostitute team up with Steven Seagal. So I'm going to address their team up now as Team Donut.
Team Donut.
Because I'm a horrible man. Team Donut. So they're all on the same page now. Because I guess he had some conflicts about like, oh, I'm pacifist now, and I would have to change my lifestyle to help you, but whatever. But
Well,
no,
the
he's
monk
cool.
tells him, "You leave here, you can't come back."
But it is Steven Seagal, so we totally understand. If you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, those are the last you see of us.
But leave your bucket when you
Leave your bucket and your Butterfinger and those flowers. And then Byron Mann's like goes back to Steven Seagal, who's at his house, and he's getting visited by Club Girl. And she's like, "Oh, I just love you."
I'll
and,
help.
And then Byron Mann's like, "Oh my God, am I interrupting?" He's like, "Not really. If you
Thanks
were
for the
interrupting,
food.
you'd only interrupt 45 seconds of the greasiest sex you've ever seen." And then Byron Mann's like, he's like, "Why'd you come here? You shouldn't have come here." Well, maybe you shouldn't have came and got me, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Because you went and fucking got him.
Right.
Bunch of shit.
All right. So it appears that his club buddy is dirty, that he's in on this whole deal, that he kind of...
Sure. Not Kevin that we were calling Kevin.
And so did he set up this deal to kidnap the girls? Like, is that his agenda?
He's part of it later, we find out, yeah.
Right, but it is what part?
I don't know.
Business.
Okay, all right. Okay, profit. Right.
Yeah, he's step one.
Step 1, be Kevin.
He's get the underpants.
Step 2,
I...
Step 3, profit. Okay. So there's a meeting at the train dump. It's not even a train depot. It's where trains go to die, the train graveyard, per se.
Sure.
It's an arms deal between this one guy who's got guns and a Thai lady boy who's got cash.
Fake lady boy.
Yeah, and I don't even know what their relevance to the plot is at this point in time. They're just bad guys.
Sure.
That we're told that are bad.
We're to assume they are all bad.
At no point in time is it mentioned up here at this point that they're associated with either the Abu Kharif or the kidnapping of the girls.
Sure.
They're just baddies.
Or the government, or the wizard, or the monks, or Steven Seagal, or the...
No, I disagree. We know about the. We know about the. 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 The Okay, so one, we know about the tranny because he went and saw the Middle Eastern guy at the club,
Yeah.
and we know that
that's
she
true.
works for a high-powered businessman in Thailand. And then we know that this guy is Abu Karif because we saw his picture at the CIA office.
Oh, that's a lot of leaps that you
And-
gotta go
Yeah.
through.
And at
Yeah.
the same time, even knowing all that, we don't know anything.
Right.
Yeah, we
Indeed.
still have no idea what's going on, but we know who the people are at least.
The players,
Yeah.
the pieces are out. The board is set.
Well, Seagal and Byron Mann are there, and I think that they're trying to get at the gun guys because he might have info on where the girls might be.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is a setup. They're gonna shoot everybody.
Yeah.
It's the Thai lady boy. That's her crew.
Yeah.
That's gonna shoot the
Yes,
guys that give them
she's-
guns.
Yeah. She's going to kill the Abu Karif guys.
They're not Abu Karif.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
These are the Abu Karif guys.
Oh, they're the actual
The
Abu.
actual Abu Karif guys.
Oh, okay.
So if this was to actually work right,
Oh man. this
then
was
the
an
other
extra.
plan was just redundancy.
Right. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And we should also mention that this scene is a double stakeout
It is.
because we've got Byron Mann and Seagal staking out, but then the Thai authorities are also staking out. Double stakeout.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's a big shootout. I like it. It's pretty fun. There's lots of. Steven Seagal has unlimited ammo, and he cannot miss. He
No.
shoots the first sniper from like 300 yards with his fucking 9mm.
Yeah.
Not a chance, buddy.
No, he snipes a sniper with a gun that can shoot about 45 feet.
Right, and he shoots him a lot.
Yes.
It's not like, wow, that was a hell of a shot. He's like, cap.
About 13 times. There's not even that many bullets in there.
No.
And why does he just shoot him so many times?
Why did you do that?
Because he's got unlimited ammo. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, why not?
At one point, he busts through a train door or train wall and lands on like one of those ye olde knapsack packing guys, like
Hand car.
hand
for
car.
the
Yeah,
railroad.
yeah.
What's better than that
Come
before
on,
he hits
join up. We'll go travel America
Yeah.
on this rickety ear thing.
before he hits that, when he's doing the slow motion bust through the side of the train car shooting everybody, it cuts to a couple of close-ups of him. That's just him laying on his side holding guns. Obviously not moving at all. It is terrible.
I thought that was the point where he was supposed to be flying through the air.
It
It
is,
was, but he's just
too fat to
he's
do that.
yeah, he's just laying on his side going, craft services here. Then he kicks the train car into action that he lands on, and it goes a mile and a half an hour.
It's not moving fast, but it's so fast in the reality of this movie that nobody can shoot him because he's going too fast to be shot at, even though it appears to be 2 miles an hour.
He's basically just laying on his side, like just fat guy shooting all the bad guys. Like, I'm just gonna lay here and kill all of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a break.
Yeah,
This is just a
this can be tiring. I didn't have a good lunch.
Where's this train end up? The blood bank?
Blood bank. This train is the blood bank.
So the cops show up and he gets arrested, and the monk partner doesn't. Byron Mann, he doesn't get arrested. I don't really know what happens to him. He just kind of fucks off.
Did you notice though that they didn't make him put his hands behind his back? Because
Right.
that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And his handcuffs are like the longest chain between the handcuffs that you could possibly imagine. Like, he's not handcuffed at all.
No, he actually has a weapon.
Right. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. So he breaks loose of the control. He starts beating up cops in the middle of
Yeah.
the cop shop. He holds a gun on the captain. And then Agent Washington comes in.
And you're like, oh yeah, this guy's in the movie. I forgot about your useless ass.
Hold it.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's...
I'll take full responsibility
Yeah.
What
for
does that
all
even-
of the donuts he ate in the break room.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring over another 2 dozen. Don't worry about it.
He'll eat those too.
There's 3 shipping containers from Krispy Kreme on the way over. They'll be here in 2 weeks.
Don't tell him, though.
Don't tell him about them.
They will not make it to your office. So inside his hotel room, though, there's a burglar who has gone into his faux Saatchi bag and bypassed his bullshit shirts and stolen his sweatshirt.
It's like, is it a sweatshirt or is it undershirt number 1?
It looks like just a fucking sweatshirt.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Well, he was going to go for a run later, so he brought his exercise clothes.
He's
Wasn't
not.
going for a run.
He at no point this is the penultimate piece of Steven Seagal in this film, because at no point in time would he ever wear this shirt.
Actually,
he's got to wear the bullshit shirts.
I just came up with an idea why he might have this and what might work for me later in life is that if you have sweats and you're not going to use them for exercise, you just cut the crotch out of them and turn them into like sweat chaps and a sweat top, and then you have sex that way. And then you're not getting like all greasy.
Oh my God.
It's like a towel.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse Snuggie.
It's his hump shirt.
This is so you don't slide off.
Or I slide off.
So they steal his fucking sweatshirt, which I think they could have just stolen one of his good shirts, but I don't think that Steven Seagal allowed them to touch his good shirts.
No, and because later there's going to be like icky stuff on it.
Right.
That's a $500 shirt
That's my shirt. You
that
can't.
I had made to perfection, so I look like a dildo.
Right, because he can't just wear normal clothes for this one fucking role. So they had to go down to Walmart and buy a goddamn sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That is quote unquote his. Anyway, so okay, well that's kind of weird. His girlfriend's roommate gets murdered is by the same group for undetermined reasons.
Her blood was being used at the end. That's where the blood came from.
So why didn't they get like a goat or a homeless man?
Yeah,
Why her roommate?
I guess it's like 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon. She's connected to him enough that the blood works that way.
But then why not get the girlfriend? That's even better.
Why not just get the daughter?
Why not just get Steven Seagal
And
shoot him?
get a vial of blood. It's not like he needed a whole bunch. He just needed like a little tiny bowl.
They've got his daughter.
Or they just wait until he goes to the bathroom because I bet there's blood in his stool.
Yeah, we'll just.
I don't know.
All right, so things are getting pretty weird. And she's like, "Oh, she was such a good roommate. She was strong.
She didn't look very strong.
What? She was. We didn't even. She didn't even have a line.
No.
And you're talking about this character's emotional depth. We don't know anything. The only thing we've seen is a shot of her with blood all over her face
And the shower curtain.
Yeah.
She was so strong. She never complained.
She never complained.
About what?
Those are like that's
Rent?
Oh.
Splitting like the sharing pizza? Or, I mean,
she's obviously a human. She was strong and she didn't complain.
God damn it. And he's like, yeah, I could see you need to be comforted. Let me take my shirt off.
Uh-huh.
No!
I'm about to take you to the bank. The sperm bank.
Yeah. Do you want to have something to complain about? How about
God.
my naked body?
Wait a second. Where's my hump shirt?
You're gonna have to be strong, and
He leaves his shirt on for the sex scene.
yeah, it's gross.
Well, he uses his normal shirt because his hump shirt got stolen by a fucking wizard henchman. Duh.
How old is this prostitute actress?
Oh, she's got to be early 20s.
Yeah,
It's
at the
really
latest
grody.
32.
It just is creepy as shit.
Yeah.
This
And-
old leather face.
It was completely realistic, though, that he started off to try to be the man, and then he's like, this is not going to happen.
The man? I'm sorry, what's
Let
the
me
man?
just roll over and you'll
Yeah.
pull my wiener out.
Yeah.
The
he,
man?
He started out on top,
Okay, all right.
but then
I guess that's what the man does.
yeah. It works better
I
if you,
prefer to just lay there like a dead fish.
yeah, well, if you have some nice sweat chaps, say, and a hump shirt, you can be on top for a little longer.
With that whip, I'm on the floor. God damn it. So I guess the general is bad as well that the CIA is working with.
Oh yeah, the general
There's
who
a
we
general
forgot
in this
about.
movie.
Who now is this the scene where we get him doing kung fu now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's badass
Because
general.
the Thai lady boy's looking at him. And the cop that Steven Seagal held a gun to comes in. He's like, oh, I'm sorry I had him, but I let him go. I didn't have a choice. The CIA came. Okay, well, hold an apple next to your face. I'm going to shoot it out of your fucking hand.
Yeah.
Which he does.
It might be a wire, it might not.
It's cool.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
fucking cool.
and fucking dangerous no matter how they did it.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoosh. And the Thai ladyboy likes it. She's like, mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're dating.
You think?
The
Well-
general and Thai ladyboy.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, let's put that plot twist in there. I think they make a nice couple.
I think they would too.
Villainy. Yeah, cute. So, how many people did you murder today? Pretty bad day. It was only like 16. Oh, honey, how about I draw a bath and make you a bloodbath?
We can lay in it and touch tips, I guess.
Sam knows nothing about how the sex
Well,
works.
it's not just
Wink,
that.
wink.
It's like, if I was a tyrant, how would I have the gay sex? And like, oh, it would not different than just do whatever everybody else is doing, right? nope. We're tyrants. We have to do it
We
weird.
just pointed at each other.
We just pointed at each
Kind
other.
of slap the sides.
Sword fight.
Are you good? Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Done. Yeah, I'm totally done. Okay, so Seagal and Byron Mann go to this wood plank factory to meet their connection, I guess.
To meet the Saudi Arabia guy.
Okay, all right. What's this place?
It's like a warehouse that's got some wood in it.
That's where they make
Planks.
those little wood stakes that you put down by like trees
To kill vampires?
to mark where your sprinklers are going to go.
Some of it looked like it was duck pin, too. I just don't know.
Duck pin, what's that?
Like duck pin bowling. They have these little straight sticks that you bowl with. It's nigh impossible because they barely hit each other.
Right.
But that's more popular in Asia is duck pin bowling, not real bowling.
Well, it must be super popular because they got an assload of them in this place.
Yeah, well, the bigger ones, I think they're just wood.
Well, the Thai lady boy has killed their contact. His face got turned into Maniac Cop's face, basically. Died from that.
Was he shot, or did she just scratch him to death?
I think she scratched him to
That
death.
sucks.
Yeah. And they see her pulling away, and she's like, and then fucking ninjas jump off stuff and attack them.
These did not look like believable ninjas. These
Well-
looked like dudes that they were like, "Hey, you want to make $50?"
Right.
They were working the chicken cart, and they were like, "Hey, $50?" And they were like, "Yeah." Pretend like you know karate. Okay.
It's bad fighting again.
Very
doesn't
bad.
make sense. That's
Doesn't work in time and
really
space.
stupid. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
It's a great scene.
This is the first time that we saw this. This scene's the hook for me when I was like, this is electric shit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the worst movies ever made.
Well, I love how the ninjas jump down too,
Yeah.
and they don't even come close to.
They all jump, like flying in the air, pause jump.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh God, they're all going to descend upon him at once. And then it cuts and everybody's standing on the ground and they just start fighting.
Right.
Like, wait, they were jumping a second
What
ago.
were you doing?
Why are they standing on the ground now?
They kill them. They dispatch
Sure.
them pretty well. And then he meets a lady in the street who leads him to a dark alleyway and then removes her shirt and then pours water on her boobs, and there's a message
On her chest.
on her chest.
It's like one of those dolls when you were a kid.
No?
If you put cold or hot water on it, it'll change the color of their lips.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know about
they
that,
had
but that
that.
sounds...
Yeah, they have paint that does that.
So, what...
She's a magic treasure map.
To what? The treasure map? There's
To
no
the
treasure.
Akaboos.
The what? The
The-
terrorists that don't exist?
Yeah. The terrorists who don't exist.
Yeah, the Akaboos.
Abu Karif.
Abu Karifs. Yeah, she is giving him directions.
Why doesn't she just say, they're over there?
Why do they have her as a treasure map?
Because of boobs, Sam. That's it.
But
That's
this
an
is the
excuse
worst
to
part
get
because
cans out.
now there's been pool lady,
Uh-huh.
there's been 3 club scenes with clothes strippers,
Uh-huh.
there's been a sex scene where you don't get any, and now there's like, hey boobs, like, what was wrong with the last 8 sets you didn't show me?
Why did
What
you
the
choose to
fuck?
have this be the excuse for boobs?
Yeah, and you could have had 8. Like, what's 10 versus 2 at this point?
Yeah, it's a rated R movie for brief nudity. Because of...
I believe it's actually rated R for implausibility.
right, yeah. And sexual predator. Okay, I don't really know what it I guess I'll go with your thing. Because they don't even... There's no exposition.
No,
It's just... That happened.
and it's not.
And then
even,
they're on the boat in my favorite shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he goes to meet the arms dealer. The guy
Aga
that,
Parif.
the guy that was selling the guns. At the
Buying
train
the
dump.
guns.
No, he was
He
selling
was
the
selling them.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense because he's a fucking terrorist.
Right.
They're the ones that need the guns. They're the
Right.
goddamn resistance
And
fighters.
she already had guns.
It had to be the other way around.
It's not
No,
because
because
she
she
drives
gives him
away
the
with
money.
guns.
Fucking
And he gets the
ridiculous.
money.
They don't know which way up is in this thing.
No. And they're kind of friendly. They're like, hey, whatever. It's not us that has your daughter, I guess. It's this whole fucking government conspiracy to do I don't know what.
Business.
Is a fun spot too, where you're like, "Thanks for saving my life," is what he says to him,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, "So the terrorist guys are good?"
Right?
And then they are because they're not in the movie anymore. He's like, "Thanks for the help, good
Go on
terrorists."
about your business.
Yes,
See what you can do about the whales.
I
Terrorists.
terrorists.
Yeah.
Head scratcher.
Okay, so he's now got the information, and he goes back to the club guy who's trying to make a run for it. And the club guy's like, "Oh yeah, well I got a gun. I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face." And they're like, "You're not even gonna do shit, dude. To neither of us. Like we're awesome, and you suck. And even though you have a gun, this is a joke." And the Thai lady boy's there, and she goes into catfighting mode.
Catfight mode. She has blade sound effects on her heels, yet they are definitely visibly missing any sharpness to them.
And a whip.
A whip that
rope
goes away.
thing.
She whips out a whip,
Mhm.
does a whipping action, and then that whip is gone for the rest of this fight
Yeah,
scene.
she uses it to like dangle off of like a
Swing
Cirque du
in.
Soleil guy.
Yeah, she like Indiana Jones is over and tries to kick him with her blade sound effect that isn't actually sharp. And then he punches her in the face, and so she takes her shirt off, and it's just a dude with the wig.
Oh, hey, that was the Thai lady boy. I had no fucking idea.
Yeah. Well, it could have been like a real one would have had a top end overhaul, right? So,
Yeah, I guess that's true.
yeah, a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just some dude in a wig.
No, I think that was his real hair.
Okay, maybe it's beautiful hair.
That's lovely.
Lovely.
He doesn't kill her. He punches her out, leaves her on the ground, and then the club guy gets killed.
Yeah.
Seems like the bad guy's right there, who you keep seeing kill all these people that you need, and now try to claw you to death.
I guess he either punched the ladyboy to death or out of the movie, because that's the end of it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, she is dead. I don't know. So the CIA gives the general the help he wants, whichever that is. Like, we're gonna help you now with stuff. Cool. I've
Agent
got-
Washington is back on screen, and you're like, "Oh, Agent Washington!" And he's like, confirmed business, whatever." Steven Seagal calls him. He's like, "God damn it, how'd you get this number?" And then nothing happens.
And then the general's like, "Cool. Well, we're all ready to go. I'm gonna make a pit stop at the wizard's house and deliver a sweatshirt to him that I have stolen."
So it's actually General Henchman that stole the hump shirt.
Or question mark.
Is the general actually Wizard Henchman or vice versa?
Let's wrap this
Wrap-
thing up,
okay.
and then let's
Figure
address
this
some
out,
questions. So the wizard now has this sweatshirt that he can do voodoo magic on, voodoo blood magic, because he like has this little voodoo Steven Seagal doll with part of the sweatshirt around him, and he sprays him down with blood, which doesn't really seem to have an effect.
Well, he was keeping it in this little box with a bunch of maggots.
Right. Well, or did the magic create the maggots?
I don't know, but then he's like, "Come to me,
He had a
come
fish-
to me,"
he had-
and then the top of the box moves off there, and then he sticks his hand in there and pulls out the
Oh,
doll.
so he is a fucking wizard.
He's a voodoo witch doctor as well.
Right.
And none of it makes any sense. He's got a fishbowl full of scorpions.
Mhm.
Doesn't use them for anything.
Very, very magician-ish.
I guess.
Yeah.
See, it's not even voodoo or wizard. Like, whoever made this guy in their brain didn't have their shit together.
Right. His mommy and daddy wizard.
No, the writer of the movie and then the
No.
production designers are like, what is this guy? I don't know. He's whatever.
So Steven Seagal and Byron Mann invade the general's house, because that's where the girls have been this entire time. They break in quietly, get the girls out of their cell, and Then the house gets pretty shot up because the army invades.
The entire army invades.
Uh-huh.
So then Steven Seagal goes to fight the general.
Right.
While the entire army is invading.
Shooting the house.
And the only thing to protect his daughter and the senator. Oh, yeah, there's a senator not in this movie.
Yeah.
The senator's daughter is Byron Mann.
Right.
But he's like, okay, cool. Just handle it, bro. I'm going to go in here.
Who only has a pistol and then picks up like a submachine gun to defeat an entire army.
He's like, just handle this for a second, bro. I'm going to go
fight a guy.
One guy.
One guy in his room. He shoots his arrow at him too, because he's a bow and arrow guy. He's fucking evil Legolas, I guess. And Steven Seagal pulls his gun and shoots the arrow out of the sky.
Some of the worst CGI. This shit looks like it was done by junior high students.
Yes, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, and it's a not easy one to fuck up. Like this is pretty simple animation, and you guys fucked it up. Then he shoots another one at him where he grabs a samurai sword, has time to grab a samurai sword and then swing it and chops the arrow in half, causing its momentum to completely change and just drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Well, but we all know what really happened in that one.
Okay.
Shot him in both nipples.
And they bounced off.
And he pulled him out and gravy shot all over the floor. And then the bad guy slipped and broke his neck, slipping in.
Yeah, he grabbed a bowl. Yeah. He's like, "Is that gravy?
Is that gravy?" He's like, "Ah!" Just like runs over, sticks one mouth on one boob, and then blows up like a balloon and explodes. That's how he got him. Movie end credits. Old Gravy Tits wins again.
Okay, so they end up having a sword versus spear fight. And the wizard's back in his wizard house and using the voodoo doll and stabbing him, all a traditional voodoo, and causing Steven Seagal to have chest pains.
Yes.
Well, they had to throw that part in because it looked like he was not going to make it through the scene.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to take a break.
He needs to take a knee in the shot. Right. How long are these shots? Usually about 4 seconds. I'm going to need to take a knee in this one.
Maybe a couple knees. I don't know. And so then he's losing and he's about to die. He's about to get speared, in theory. Probably not.
Sure.
But he's incapacitated by this, so who comes to his rescue but all of the fucking Shaolin monks?
All of the monks now
back at their temple
fighting the wizard
with their good vibes.
That's what it is. It's positive energy versus a wizard.
Right.
And they fucking kill the wizard with positive vibes.
They murder a wizard with feel good.
I don't think that positive vibes work like that. I don't think you get to... I'm going to send you some positive vibes and hope that it fucking kills you.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't think that that's a positive vibe.
Not
like,
to mention they're pacifists.
I think it was just a humming war.
A humming war, and it killed the wizard.
Because the wizard was like, he slapped his hand together. He's like,
I'll try harder magic.
Yeah, and then all the monks were like, And then because they had more monks, obviously Frank in the back, he can really hold his hum for a really long time. So he beat out magical other wizard, and that's what caused the thing to fight.
Sure.
Yeah, the wizard's fucking dead, man. It's pretty wild. So that allows Steven Seagal to break loose and kill the general with his finger chin magic.
He does a lot of different things. He pokes him. We are to assume by the end of this, because he also launches him across the room with his last blow.
Which is just 2 fingers.
Yeah, and he flies
the chin
about 30 feet perfectly level and hits a hutch and dies in it. I am to assume that every blow dealt was a death blow. Steven Seagal has killed this man 12 times before killing him by throwing him into a china hutch.
Where he gets a stick up his bum, which is the real reason he died.
So he died 13 times.
13 times.
And meanwhile, downstairs, the Byron Mann has killed the entire
army.
Thai army.
Yep.
So
by himself.
Steven Seagal shows back up and he's like, hey, I got that guy taken care of. And he's like, oh, cool. Cool, I had to fight a whole fucking army. You fat dickhead.
And it went pretty well, except for this. I'm bleeding to death.
Because I was
I'm
a
dying.
monk a week ago.
One man versus an entire army, and you're upstairs with your gravy tits.
Fucking around with the guy with the bow and arrow. These guys have actual guns.
Thank you. And he dies.
Yep.
And they spread his ashes with A, should be noted, the daughter's new mom is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one side.
Who's a year younger than she is.
And possibly a prostitute.
Yeah.
They spread his ashes in the river of positive energy.
So this was the weird part, is that at no time do you actually see Steven Seagal in the river. I think that he let a stunt double get in
Yeah,
the river
this-
for him,
yeah.
and then he just kind of did the close-up
Yeah.
shots
Yep.
with the stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
I do not think that he got in the water. I don't think he wanted to.
No. If you don't see Steven Seagal's face, it's a stand-in.
Yeah, he's not there. But we do see somebody else's face in the water.
Iron Man. Hey, it's the guy that just died 2 fucking seconds ago, in case you forgot. Let's remember him forever.
Let's remember him, his spirit. End of movie. Love it. So let's burn the question. What's the deal with the wizard? Is he in charge, or is he just like
A wizard
freelance
assistant?
wizard?
Yeah.
Like rent a wizard type thing.
Well, because
Because it's Thailand, I'm going to go with that guy is the prominent businessman in town.
I'm going to go with
So
he's a freelance wizard.
he's a freelance wizard? That's
Yeah.
what you're saying too? Am I interpreting that correct?
Yeah, dude. He just happened to meet this general at a party, and he was like, hey,
Here, take my card.
I'm a wizard. He's like, dude,
Wizard for
I
hire?
have like 10 different plans to kill this guy, all working at one. You could be the 11th plan.
Yeah.
Sweet. I was looking for a wizard.
That's what my business name is. Actually, it's 11th Plan Wizardry. So,
yeah.
I'm also skew certified.
Askew certified. And by the way, that's not your magic stick.
I don't think so. Because if he's freelance, what the fuck is he doing at the fish market?
dude, he has to
He's
eat,
using his wizard powers.
No.
and he has to keep on top of his game. I'm with Sam. He just went there to go kill somebody.
No, I think he's using because they've already kidnapped the daughter, so his wizard sense knows that Seagal is attached. So he's been hired, but he's a consummate professional when it comes to voodoo wizards, which don't fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making sure that Seagal gets the rough treatment.
Okay, so the general is the bad guy of this film.
Yes.
He's as top
And
as it gets.
I have to say that because of how many stupid, redundant plans he has in motion all at once. He's the only person that could set all of these stupid plans in motion at one time.
What's his plan? What
To
is
kill
the plan?
that one fucking guy.
What fucking guy?
The Abu Tarif guy? That's it.
So why does he need to kidnap the girls?
That's like Plan 15.
Yeah, because then the United States gets involved.
Yeah. It's just a redundancy plan in case the drug deal didn't work, in case the last thing didn't work, in case the wizard doesn't kill him later.
Huh. Now, hold on. He's the general.
Yes.
He could
Of-
save you money on car insurance.
Yeah, right. Of Thailand.
Yeah.
And they're a terrorist organization.
Sure.
I think he has permission to be like, can I kill that guy? It's a terrorist?
Yeah.
I don't need to come up with this convoluted kidnapping plan to get the United States help to do my fucking job, right?
So here's the deal. That's plan one, is to just conventionally kill him in the business of warfare.
Right.
There's all these other plans, and when you get to like 15 different plans, and you have a wizard, and you have a lady boy, and you're dealing arms, and it starts to get a little tricky.
And a plank factory, potentially.
There's a lot of moving pieces, and some of these things sort of start working on their own. And it's hard to keep track of which one you start first. Some of them start on their own, and so you're just kind of like, oh shit, we should have already sent the army, but now the U.S. Army, backup army, plan 17 is here, so fuck it, everybody go.
I need a wizard and a life organizer.
Exactly. All plans initiate.
Full attack.
Full attack. So, is wizard killing not unpacifistic? Or, like, if you're the ultimate pacifist organization, killing wizards is okay.
Even if they're evil, no, that is not how pacifism works. Like the greatest evil, you still have to try to talk it into being not evil or convince it of not being evil anymore. That you can't destroy anything.
Maybe they didn't mean to.
It was an accident.
Like, they're
Ooh,
like-
too much positive energy.
Ooh, good vibrations. And then all of a sudden, Brian Wilson kills that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, it was us. It was Brian Wilson.
We'll let it get away with it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't count, I guess.
Because he's Brian Wilson.
Well, it doesn't count for the monks.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson can kill as many wizards as he wants to.
Yeah. Well, boy, please start getting on that, Brian.
Yeah. That's out, Harry.
Try to get out of bed once in a while too.
Yeah.
Pet
Pet sounds of death, my friend. They're coming for you. This time in stereo.
Any other questions, guys?
Those are my last questions.
I felt like I followed the movie pretty good this time. And Steven Seagal really did answer all of my questions.
Yeah. No.
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I do have one more question.
No, we already closed it.
Ow. Do you think that he smells like hot wings and aqua velva all the time?
Or Dracar Noir.
I'm going with Old Spice.
Oh no, Old
Aftershave.
Spice is a classy cologne, Jackie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nacor Noir.
Dracar Noir.
And with a hint of fast food.
Yeah.
Onions.
Or he just smells like Black Forest ham.
I think he just smells like onions. He's an onion guy.
See, I think he just smells like he's been hanging out in a restaurant too long.
Yeah.
Like, when you go to a taco or when you go to like a Mexican restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and all the fried food that they do there, and then you walk out and you just smell like Mexican
Yes.
restaurant for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's what he smells like.
Yeah. Gross. Final recommendations on Belly of the Beast.
Absolute do.
Jackie?
Absolute do. I had a really good time with this. It was funnier than hell.
Yeah. This is one of the worst action movies that's ever been made.
Yep.
I like it a lot. I didn't enjoy it as much the second time around as the first time we watched it because that middle part where he's just walking around being like, hey, just want to let you know I'm in town.
Yeah.
Cool. There's nothing really happens. It's just filler because there's nothing for him to do other than punch people, and they can't do that very often because he'll get tired.
Well, that's why it took 42 days to shoot.
Right. Yeah.
The shock factor of how terrible it is the first time around is something that can't be. So when you're watching it the second time, it's never going to be that good again because you are jaw on the floor. This shit is terrible the first time you see it.
What is this movie? But total do.
Yeah, absolutely do it.
It's arguably my favorite Steven Seagal movie. On streaming news and don'ts this week, we got 3. 2 of them are riff trackers, so I'll preface that. But Sam and I watched this one called Attack from Space. Was it a Japanese movie or
Yeah, Japanese, and it was a part 3 of 4 in a series of this wrestler.
Yeah, he's basically Santo.
He's Santo in space.
Right. His name is Starman.
Starman,
Mm-hmm.
not the good one.
And he has to fight off an alien invasion of Earth. Is that what's this one's going on?
It's supposed to be something like that, but it really just seems like it's one spaceship, and they can't decide what they're going to do with Earth anyway.
Filled with guys that have unlimited ammo guns and various types of guns too,
Sure.
but no laser guns. And they can breathe in space as well.
It's supposed to be like the highest of stakes. Earth's on the line. All this. Really, what happens is there's this like floating tray, and then this pencil flies into it, and 3 Earthlings get out, and he saves them, and then it's over.
And then a guy with a frumpy butt jumps up.
Yeah.
Starts being a jackass.
Is super lumpy.
He's very
not-
lumpy, the superhero.
He's not as he's a physical specimen in comparison to Steven Seagal.
Right.
But he is a lumpy action hero.
His pants might be the wrong size.
Yeah. I think that this is actually doable without riff tracks because
Really?
of how those fight scenes were so dumb, and he has the ear-to-ear grin the whole time.
Yeah, he's murdering aliens and loving life.
But he looks like he's doing one of those Bollywood dances. It's incredibly terrible.
This is a bad
movie.
I mean, I am shocked that, because I have a high respect for the Japanese film industry, Nope. Your guys' early science fiction, not good.
Or just-
not really to say that ours was either, but
Yeah, it's their, like, I guess anything off of the Toho or Tohei lots, stay away from it.
yeah, boy. I'm gonna go opposite, Sam.
Really?
I think that this is not a do without riff tracks. I did not like this movie.
Just the fighting got me through.
Yeah, the fight scene is amazing, but it's very long, and you're like, oh, stop it. Stop dancing around like an ass clown, you frumpy man.
And they have two frumpy men, and they, like, jump out, like, behind a thing, and then one will jump out like he can teleport, too.
Right.
It sucks.
Oh, it sucks. Yeah. Next up, the other riff tracks, Death Promise, which is a crime movie.
I think it's
with
an exploitation movie, but I'm not sure what it's exploiting.
Yeah, I'm not really either. It doesn't have in these karate movies. It appears to have a Cuban guy.
He's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
He has a Puerto Rico shirt on, and
Okay.
he says a couple times he's
Odd
Puerto Rican.
pick.
And then he's got a black friend, and the two of them call this old aged boxer who's an Irish guy their dad.
And it's essentially the plot of Death Wish 3, which is just hooligans fucking with old people in their apartment.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Is Death Wish 3 the rent's too damn high?
The rent is
'Cause
too damn
that's
high, yeah.
The plot of this movie is the
Right.
rent is too damn
The rent
high.
is too damn high. The karate movie. What do you think here, Sam?
I couldn't do this one without riff tracks.
I didn't like it either without riff tracks.
It wasn't
It's funny, I mean, but
It was it sucks.
yeah.
The karate sucks. And it was, if you weren't making fun of it, it was pretty boring.
Yeah. Last but not least, we all joined in on this one.
Oh, finally.
On Netflix, we finally had an opportunity to spend way too long watching a movie. It's Coon Coon, a Bollywood film from 1973, I believe.
73, yeah, it was 2 years after Dirty Harry. They say it's a remake of Dirty Harry, so you start watching it, and you're like, this is not a remake of Dirty Harry, but then you forget that every Bollywood movie has to be like 2.5 hours long.
Because of the singing and dancing.
So after the first 40 minutes, then it is a carbon copy of Dirty Harry, because Dirty Harry is only like 90 some odd minutes long.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was your favorite song during the Bollywood?
The second belly dancer, I think, was the like I Like Boys is the new cheer.
The one that was like, everybody likes me. I'm the life of the party.
I drink a bunch, and then I have these weird complex internal conflicts.
Yeah, I am the sexy, the dance, sort of.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I also
I like the little old man.
I think I missed the Little Old Man song.
No, the shaman priest guy who's having the concert, and they set him up because he's the target.
Yeah. Don't shoot me.
He makes
or
a song.
do shoot me, whichever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, makes a song especially for his assassination, and the guy can't go through with it.
Yeah. This is not Gun Day by any means,
No.
but the music and the dancing is, of course, terrible.
Yeah.
And lovely.
Mm-hmm. In fact, with Gun Day, it was like the dances were distracting me from the things that I was laughing at the most. I was actually laughing at the singing and the dancing in this one a little bit more.
Everything else kind of around it, though, is not that great.
It's just Dirty Harry. The one thing that it has versus Dirty Harry is Pencham.
Right.
Oh,
A goofball
who likes eggs?
sidekick.
Yeah, the sidekick that can't get enough eggs. Like, without him, I would have hated this movie, actually.
Okay.
Because he gets me through the non-singing and dancing.
Right.
God loves Pencham.
So what do you guys think on Coon Coon?
Even though it's 2 hours and 11 minutes, I say it's a do.
Okay.
I thought it was due too.
I'm going to give it a do as well, with the caveat that if you're into Bollywood movies, go for it. But if this is your intro into Bollywood movies, no, this is not the one to jump into a Bollywood movie. Stick with Gun Day.
I agree.
But yeah, if you want to tour, like if you're just like Bollywood movies, like we do, definitely do.
Yeah.
So that's your episode, kids. Next week is Samuel's pick. What do you think?
Are we starting the Halloween tour? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Halloween
We
tour.
would each get one movie if we did next week started Spooktober.
Then I'm doing my most hated horror movie of all time, Saw.
Yeah.
It's going to be a torture for 2 of 3 people on the show.
I've only seen the Saw one time
So have I.
when it first came out, and I remember thinking, "Wow, this is awesome." So I'm pretty excited that you chosen the Saw.
I hate it so bad. And it's got a 7.7 on IMDb and an 84% user rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
And a 42.
48 on for critics. Like Too high.
Yeah, too high. It sucks. So check that out. Enjoy your week. In the meantime, get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.